Let us continue the second session of effect of antihypertensive drugs on the blood pressure of anesthetized animal. We are discussing the effect of antihypertensive drug on an anesthetized animal. Let us continue the second session. Yes, we are discussing the concept. So amongst the cholinergic receptor, only nicotinic receptor is responsible for the increase in the blood pressure, and it happens via sympathetic ganglia and adrenal medulla. Stimulation of the nicotinic cholinereceptor result in the sympathetic ganglia and adrenal medulla stimulation, which result in increase the release of endogenous catecholamines, including adrenaline, noradrenaline, and stimulation of alpha and beta receptor, and same result of this alpha and beta receptor, and results in increase in the blood pressure. These all are agonists we discussed in this slide. Amongst the agonist, and beta 1 stimulation increase in the blood pressure, alpha 1 stimulation increase in the blood pressure, and nicotinic stimulation increase in the blood pressure. These three stimulation increases the blood pressure, while beta 2 stimulation decreases the blood pressure, and muscarinic cholinereceptor stimulation M2 and M3 decreases the blood pressure. This difference you have to remember. About angiotensin 2 receptor, as we know that angiotensin 2 receptor is a potent vasoconstrictor, and due to vasoconstriction there is increase in the peripheral resistance and increase in the blood pressure. It also increases the cardiac output. So angiotensin 2 receptors responsible for the increase in systolic and diastolic blood pressure. Examples of angiotensin 2 receptors are the captopril, lisinopril, eosinopril, all pril derivatives. Vasopressin and histamine stimulates. Vasopressin stimulation of the vasopressin 1 receptor results in the vasoconstriction, same increase in the peripheral resistance and increase in the blood pressure. Vasopressin 2 receptor stimulation, water retention, due to water retention increase in the cardiac output and increase in systolic blood pressure. Histamine stimulation, H1 receptor result in decrease in the peripheral resistance, decrease in the blood pressure, and histamine 2 receptor cardiac stimulation, increase in the cardiac output, increase in the blood pressure. This vasopressin and histamine is not available in our experiment today. We will not see these two vasopressin and histamine because you already seen in the effect, you already studied in the effect of the drug on isolated toad herds. So we'll skip this vasopressin and histamine, and we will see the acetylcholine and carbachol. Yes, this is also most important here. Acetylcholine and carbachol, this is available in the experiment. Listen carefully. Acetylcholine in the small dose, there is two difference in the small dose and in the large dose. Acetylcholine and carbachol, in the small dose, there is activation of only muscarinic receptor. Yes, there is activation only muscarinic receptor in the heart and the blood vessels. As a result, decrease in the cardiac output, decrease in the peripheral resistance, and decrease systolic diastolic blood pressure. Just we seen before the effect of stimulation of M2 receptor and M3 muscarinic receptor. As a result, there is a decrease in the blood pressure. But in the large dose, the effect is opposite. In the large dose, there is activation of muscarinic as well as nicotinic receptor. Yes, this nicotinic receptor. And as we discussed, if there is stimulation of the nicotinic cholinergic receptor, there is a stimulation of the sympathetic ganglia and adrenal medulla, release of endogenous catecholamine, adrenaline, noradrenaline, stimulation of alpha beta receptor, and increase in the blood pressure. So this is the main difference. Remember, in the small dose, there is decrease in the blood pressure, but in the large dose, there is increase in the blood pressure. How? Small dose acetylcholine only act on which receptor? Muscarinic receptor. But large dose acetylcholine act on muscarinic as well as nicotinic N receptor. That's why there is increase in blood pressure. Carbachol is also having the nicotinic activity, but pilocarpine does not have nicotinic activity. Pilocarpine in the small dose and in the large dose stimulate only muscarinic but not nicotinic, remember. So this mechanism is applicable to only carbachol and acetylcholine, but its small brother pilocarpine not applicable to pilocarpine, because pilocarpine in the small dose and in the large dose only stimulates the muscarinic receptor but not nicotinic. So if we give pilocarpine in the small dose or large dose, there is only decrease in the blood pressure, but there is no increase in blood pressure. Now, if you know this concept, you can answer the experiment very easily. Let us see the experiment. Yes. This is the first experiment. Effect of drug on blood pressure of anesthetized cat. Here, let me annotate. Yes, okay. For adrenaline, blue, okay. Here you are able to see this graph, trace of the blood pressure, effect of the blood pressure. Here, Adrenaline 50 microgram result in increase in the blood pressure. See, up to this, there is increase in the blood pressure. Increase in blood pressure, adrenaline, which receptor? Alpha 1, as we discussed before concept, alpha 1, and which one? Beta 1. Only alpha 1 and beta 1 receptor responsible for the stimulation of this graph. Increase in the blood pressure. Adrenaline 50 microgram increases the blood pressure via which receptor? Alpha 1, beta 1. But what is the concept here? Amongst the beta receptor, beta 1 and beta 2, this increase is due to only alpha 1. Vasoconstriction, increase peripheral resistance, increase blood pressure. Now you see here there is fall. This fall, decrease in blood pressure is due to beta 2 receptor stimulation. Same how this, if you see this fall means decrease in the blood pressure, and it is due to beta 2. How? Because beta 2 stimulation here, vasodilation in the smooth muscle, skeletal muscle, result in decrease in the peripheral resistance. Decrease in the peripheral resistance, decrease in the blood pressure, and this blood pressure is due to beta 2. Beta 2 activity is more as compared to beta 1. Decrease in the peripheral resistance is more than increase in cardiac output by beta 1. We can say in simple word, the beta 2 activity is more, due to which there is decrease in the blood pressure. Now we have given here, after that, noradrenaline. This noradrenaline. What is the problem with the noradrenaline? Noradrenaline does not act on beta 2 receptor. Noradrenaline does not have specificity towards the beta 2 receptor. As a result, it has only specificity towards the alpha 1, beta 1. So what happened? Alpha 1, beta 1, increase in blood pressure, and there is no decrease in the blood pressure by the noradrenaline, because there is no beta 2 stimulation. This is the main difference between adrenaline and noradrenaline. Noradrenaline does not act on beta 2 receptor, and therefore there is no decrease in the blood pressure. Ergotamine, after that we administer ergotamine. What is ergotamine? Ergotamine is alpha blocker. So what happen if ergotamine is blocks the alpha receptor? Then what happen if we give noradrenaline and there is no increase in the blood pressure? See, there is no increase in the blood pressure. Why? Because alpha 1 here, alpha 1 is blocked. Alpha 1 is blocked. That's why there is no increase in the blood pressure. Beta 1 does not having higher activity. Then adrenaline, if you see, after we administer adrenaline, now adrenaline also does not give increase in the blood pressure, because ergotamine block alpha 1 receptor. But we can see there is slight decrease in the blood pressure. This is slight decrease in the blood pressure, and this decrease in the blood pressure is due to beta 2. This decrease in the blood pressure is due to beta 2 stimulation, because ergotamine does not block beta 2 receptor. If we increase the dose of adrenaline, instead of 50 milligram, it gives 1000 milligram. So there is, you can see there is decrease in the blood pressure, and more deep curve. You can see this activity is due to beta 2 receptor, because beta 2 receptor stimulation, because ergotamine does not blocks the beta 2, because ergotamine only blocks the alpha 1. And after that, if you increase the dose of noradrenaline more, it will does not give any effect, because noradrenaline does not act on beta 2 receptor. So there is no decrease in the blood pressure. There is no decrease in the blood pressure, and noradrenaline effect is blocked. Alpha 1, it is blocked by the ergotamine, so there is no increase in the blood pressure. So this is the experiment of adrenaline, noradrenaline, and ergotamine. Let us see another experiment. Effect of drug on blood pressure. As we know that adrenaline here, see the graph. Adrenaline increases the blood pressure, as we discussed before, same by the alpha 1. This is alpha 1, and beta 1. But most of the activity is due to alpha 1, because it causes the vasoconstriction, increase in peripheral resistance, increase in blood pressure. So this activity is due to alpha 1. Now we added phentolamine. What is the phentolamine? Phentolamine antagonist on alpha 1 and alpha 2 adrenoreceptor, phentolamine. After administration of the phentolamine, it blocks the now alpha 1 and alpha 2 receptor. And after that, we give the adrenaline. What happened now? After phentolamine, alpha 1 receptor is blocked. So there is no increase in the blood pressure, because the alpha 1 receptor is blocked. You see here decrease in the blood pressure. This decrease in blood pressure due to beta 2 adrenergic stimulation, because beta 2 adrenergic stimulation result in the vasodilator, decrease the peripheral resistance, and decreases the blood pressure. Phentolamine not able to block beta 2 adrenoreceptor. That's why there is decrease in the blood pressure by the beta 2 adrenergic receptor. There is vasodilation, decrease in the peripheral resistance. But there is no increase in the blood pressure after phentolamine, because alpha 1 receptor is blocked by the phentolamine. Let us see the another experiment. Acetylcholine it act on muscarinic receptor and decrease in blood pressure. Here you see the decrease in the blood pressure. If the curve is downward, there is decrease in the blood pressure, and if the curve is upward, there is increase in the blood pressure. Now here, administration of acetylcholine to the anesthetized cat, you see there is decrease in the blood pressure because it acts on which receptor? Muscarinic receptor. Then we added the pilocarpine 20 milligram, same decrease in the blood pressure because it acts on which receptor? Muscarinic receptor. Then after that, we administer the atropine, which is the blocker of muscarinic receptor, Now muscarinic receptor is blocked. After the administration of atropine, now if we add the pilocarpine, there is no effect, no decrease in the blood pressure because muscarinic receptor is blocked. If we add the acetylcholine on the same dose, small dose, no effect because muscarinic receptor is blocked by atropine. But if we add the acetylcholine on the large dose, 2000 microgram, instead of the small dose, this is the small dose, 20 microgram. If we administer the acetylcholine in the large dose, LD, this is LD acetylcholine, in the large dose, it acts on which receptor? Nicotinic receptor. And there is, due to stimulation of the nicotinic receptor, what will happen? It stimulates the sympathetic ganglia. Adrenal medulla, and increase the blood pressure. So this increase in the blood pressure is due to which receptor? Nicotinic receptor. Increase in the blood pressure because acetylcholine at the large dose increases the blood pressure via stimulation of nicotinic receptor, because muscarinic receptor is already blocked by atropine. But acetylcholine in the large dose stimulates the nicotinic receptor, and this nicotinic receptor via sympathetic ganglia and supraadrenal medulla increases the vasoconstriction, increases the cardiac output, and increases the blood pressure. If we administer pilocarpine on the large dose, LD, here is the large dose. Before we are given only 20 milligram blocked. In the large dose, pilocarpine is not able to activate nicotinic receptor, and that's why there is no change, because here pilocarpine is only act on which receptor? Muscarinic receptor, but a muscarinic receptor is already blocked by the atropine. So there is no increase in the blood pressure. Sorry, there is no decrease in the blood pressure because muscarinic receptor is blocked by the atropine, and pilocarpine in the large dose does not stimulate the nicotinic receptor. Let us see the next experiment. Same, just it is a small dose and the large dose. Let us see. Acetylcholine in the small dose decrease in the blood pressure. This decrease in the blood pressure is due to muscarinic receptor, because it stimulates the muscarinic receptor. But atropine here is a blocker of muscarinic receptor, and it blocks the muscarinic receptor. After that, if we give the acetylcholine small dose, no effect, because muscarinic receptor is blocked by the atropine. But if we give the acetylcholine large dose, same, there is increase in the blood pressure due to stimulation of nicotinic receptor, as we discussed here. Same. Now here, effect of unknown drug on blood pressure of anesthetized animal, and here there is a graph. What is unknown? Here there is unknown, U is unknown. You have to determine what is unknown. What is unknown? Now if you see here clearly, there is decrease in the blood pressure and atropine. We know that atropine is muscarinic receptor blocker, and it may be the small dose. So small dose, maybe it is acetylcholine and carbachol. Here, see, there is acetylcholine and the carbachol. After atropine, as muscarinic receptor is blocked here, the small dose does not produce any effect because muscarinic receptor is blocked. But in large dose, there is increase in the blood pressure due to stimulation of the nicotinic receptor. So unknown is acetylcholine and carbachol. Here, in the small dose, decrease in the blood pressure, okay. Atropine blocks the muscarinic receptor, okay. Small dose, no effect because muscarinic receptor is blocked, and large dose also no effect. It means the drug is pilocarpine. Why? Because pilocarpine in the small and the large dose does not, because pilocarpine in the large dose does not increases the blood pressure like acetylcholine and carbachol, because pilocarpine is only act on muscarinic receptor but not in nicotinic receptor. Okay, so this is about the effect of drug on the blood pressure. Now here we will discuss the effect of drug on blood pressure plus heart rate. Here we will discuss the effect of drug on the blood pressure plus heart rate. See, there is two columns here, blood pressure and heart rate. Now we studied from the last weeks the drugs which are used in the management of the hypertension, and you are aware now the what is the effect of drug on the blood pressure and the heart rate. Propranolol, which is a beta blocker, decreases the blood pressure, decrease the heart rate. Verapamil, which is a calcium channel blocker, it is non-dihydropyridine derivative. Verapamil, calcium channel blocker, decreases the blood pressure, decreases the heart rate. Clonidine, centrally acting drug, decreases the sympathetic outflow, decreases the blood pressure, decreases the heart rate. Nifedipine, which is calcium channel blocker from the dihydropyridine derivative, decreases the blood pressure and increases the heart rate. If you see the difference between this verapamil and nifedipine, because this verapamil and nifedipine both are calcium channel blocker. Nifedipine from the dihydropyridine derivative and verapamil from the non-dihydropyridine derivative. Both decreases the blood pressure, but nifedipine increase the heart rate and verapamil decrease the heart rate. Hydralazine, which is a vasodilator, decreases the blood pressure increases the heart rate. Phenoxybenzamine, which is alpha blocker, decreases the blood pressure, increases the heart rate. Prazosin, alpha blocker, decreases the blood pressure, heart rate, no change. Captopril, lisinopril, eosinopril, these are the angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitors, decreases the blood pressure, no change on the heart rate. Epinephrine and non-epinephrine, both drug increases the blood pressure. See, only these two drug here, this increases the blood pressure. Epinephrine, norepinephrine, all remaining drugs decreases the blood pressure. Epinephrine increase the heart rate, norepinephrine decrease the heart rate. To answer these questions, you should remember, you should study this chart very carefully. If you study this chart, you are able to answer these questions. Let us see here. If you see here, phenoxybenzamine, which is alpha blocker, decreases the blood pressure. So here the blood pressure is decreased. Phenoxybenzamine increase the heart rate. Here heart rate is increased. This is a normal heart rate, and this is the decreased heart rate. What is the difference between? See the visually, you will get the difference in normal heart rate. See, this is the normal. See the gap between two slope, and in phenoxybenzamine, the gap between two slope is decreased. It means that there is increase in heart rate. It means that there is increase in heart rate. How can we conclude visibly after seeing the graph? The heart rate is decreased if the distance between two slope is decreased. If the distance between two slope is decreased, we can say there is increase in the heart rate. See the normal distance between the two slope. This is the normal distance between the two slope. This is the normal distance between the two slope. What happened? And here phenoxybenzamine, the distance between the two slope, the distance between the two slope is decreased. So it means that there is increase in the heart rate. See here normal captopril, which is a angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitor, and captopril there is a no change. So if you see the graph, the distance between two slope is same. The distance between the two slope is same. In captopril, the distance between the two slope is same, no change. So you have to remember the visually. And the captopril decreases the blood pressure. So here you can see the captopril decreases the blood pressure. Effect of drug. Now here verapamil. See the normal graph and verapamil. Verapamil is a calcium channel blocker from the non-dihydropyridine derivative. And if you see the distance between two slope, normal, this is the normal distance between the two slope. This is the normal distance between the two slope, and see the distance between the verapamil between the two slope. It means that if the distance is between the two slope is increased, the heart rate is decreased. If the distance between two slope is increased, means heart rate decreased. Let us see the propranolol. What is the effect on the blood pressure? Decrease. Verapamil. Propranolol effect on the blood pressure? Decrease. Let us see the heart rate. This is the normal distance between the two slope, normal graph, and see the propranolol distance between the two slope. As the distance between the two slope is increased, there is decrease in the heart rate. Yes. Hydralazine, see the hydralazine, which is a vasodilator, decreases the blood pressure and increases the heart rate. See the normal distance between the two graph, normal distance between the two slope, and here hydralazine, normal distance between the two slope. See, visually it is very clear. It means that if there is decrease in the distance between the two slope, it means that there is increase in the blood, sorry, the increase in the heart rate. Now this is the experiment. You have to answer these questions. The following tracings represent the changes in the blood pressure and the heart rate of anesthetized cat in response to drug A, B, C. You have to identify from this given drug. See, you will get the question only this. You will get the question from this. This is your question. Okay. This is your question. You will not provided by the chart. You will not get this chart, and this is the answer. So you will get only this tracing, and you have to identify what are the drug A, B, C from this given. They are given the four drug: propranolol, captopril, norepinephrine, hydralazine. You have to identify which is A, which is B, which is C. Now among the four drugs, you have to identify A, B, C. Now here it's very simple. Just see the distance between the two slope. Normal, this is a normal graph, and this is the distance between two slope. Okay. In A, the distance between the two slope is decrease, means there is increase. Sorry, in the A graph, the distance between the two slope is increase. Sorry, distance is two slope is increase. You can say there is heart rate is decreased. In the graph B, the distance between the two slope is decreased. So you can say there is increase in heart rate. And in the graph C, there is a no change. You can see there is a no change. Distance between the two slope is same. So you can say there is a no change. Now A drug decreases the blood pressure, B drug decreases the blood pressure, C drug decreases the blood pressure. So here only out of four, the noradrenaline increases the blood pressure. See, noradrenaline increases the blood pressure. So it means that noradrenaline is not the answer. So which drug decreases the heart rate? Propranolol. So A is a propranolol. B is hydralazine.